Warning. This podcast may contain spoilers from whatever TV show or movie is mentioned. Please listen at your own discretion. Welcome to Viewers Anonymous.
Yo, what's going on? I am Scoots Bronson.
And I am S. Foster.
That's right. And we're tuned into another episode of the Viewers Anonymous podcast where we give you our very own reviews and takes of movies and TV straight out of Hollywood. What's up, Brody?
Man, can't call it, man. Just excited about this one. You know, we did a little sneak peek of what this pod could be on Spaces last night. So but I'm ready to do a deep dive into this one though. I had to regroup though because I thought we were doing something else today. but we all good though. We got that straightened out. But I'm good though, man. How about you, man? How you feeling?
Oh man, I'm feeling good, feeling great, bro. I really don't got no complaints. I'm excited. Today, my youngest boy turned 14 today, so happy birthday to him.
Happy birthday.
Appreciate that, man. So we went out and kicked it for a little bit for his birthday. We'll probably do something else for him later on in the week. Gotta get my mic right. There we go. Hey. But nah, we'll probably do something else for him later on in the week. You know what I'm saying? So man, outside of that, it was all good, man. Slow news week. Ain't nothing really happening. Ain't no sports really popping for real. So
hey, I mean, it's a little sports popping. It depends on, you know what I'm saying, what you pay attention to.
The Jimmy Butler shit.
I mean, that and Kelsey Plum got traded to the Sparks. So
I forgot about that. It was a three-way trade, right?
Yeah, Seattle and LA and the Aces. So they sent Kelsey Plum over there. So she gonna be with Cameron Brink and what's the one girl? The one girl that was from Tennessee. I forget what her name was. But they putting together a nice little roster over there.
It was the Sparks, the Aces, and who?
Seattle.
And the Storm? Oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So who did Las Vegas get?
I don't know. I don't know who they got. I think they got some. I was paying attention to Kelsey. I was like, what?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
like y'all gonna break that team up? Like,
yeah.
But yeah. So I mean, it's a little bit going on. But yeah, like you said, you know, the Jimmy Butler stuff. Eventually, they're gonna have to ship him out. So, I mean, just to suspend him indefinitely, it's like y'all might as well go ahead and get
they said they lowered that man trade value, bro.
Well, this is the thing about Jimmy though. Jimmy does this everywhere he goes. Like Jimmy's kind of like LeBron in a way, and this is the only thing I mean because it's not the same. LeBron. But it's different ways. Like when LeBron leave a team, the economy goes down, the team is trash, all that type of stuff. But Jimmy is like every time he leaves the team, it's always chaotic. Well, no, I'm just feeling like it's always a bad with Jimmy. It's always a bad divorce.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere he's left a sour taste in everybody's mouth. So
that's true.
Isn't surprising.
But excuse me. What I did notice too, though, is that he was. I mean, with this one, I think it's a little bit different because he was just asking for more money, and I feel like that shit is well deserved, bro. He took them to the finals twice. Now they ain't win shit, but he took them to the finals twice.
Okay, now I got a rebuttal to that because I heard somebody say that. Now, do you think Jimmy's at the status of a Kobe? Because the Kobe deal was because this is the thing. They overpaid Kobe for the simple fact of like for what he done, but it was like, but we're getting a different version of Kobe. Like he's not going to be worth the millions that we're giving him when we give it to him.
Hey, if anybody said that, that's a bold-faced lie. First off, because Kobe is gonna sell tickets, he's gonna sell merchandise, he's gonna sell everything. That nigga sold Adidas. So
yeah, those crazy Ace was hard though. I ain't like the Space ones though. Those space ones ugly as
That's
hell.
what I'm saying, nigga. Adidas is so trash, nigga. They had to go get Kanye West to sell their shit. So, so I don't
Hey,
want to hear. I don't want to hear shit about them niggas talking about they undersold or they underpaid them or overpaid them or what. You didn't overpay shit with Kobe. Kobe deserved every fucking dime that he got, bro.
I hear you, but it's also what we're gonna get from you at this age, and it's like I get both sides because I'm not gonna like side with management, but I also have to just for me, I always try to think on both sides, and it's like I get Jimmy's spot was like get as much as you can at this age while you still semi in your prime, but
Yeah.
then it's also like, well, you're already getting paid 50. Why do I want to pay you more when you're going to be going into your 40s? Like, yeah, I don't really want to pay you that.
I
So
mean, I
I mean,
respect it, but at the same time, like, nigga, y'all paying Udonis Haslam. He's
not no
not even
more.
playing. I'm right, but I'm saying, but he wasn't even playing.
Yeah, but it's different.
This nigga would come in the fourth quarter with 3 minutes left, foul out, and get a check.
That's different though, because the thing is, and look, when you listen to a lot of the like the sports ones, like the OGs of like Stack and Matt Barnes and Darius Miles and all that type of shit, they always talk about like back when we played, that was like we always had that veteran on the team. There's like now, like the veterans are like 32 years old, like they're getting rid of like all of those guys that can mold you into it. And like Udonis Hallam was that guy. He was like that player coach guy that
So
really
just
taught
make
these
the nigga a fucking coach or like create a position for him. Don't have him on the roster.
I mean, I hear you, but I also think it's different for them to be there, to be in the locker room with you, to actually be a player. And it's just like they don't do that anymore. And
Listen,
so
create a position, let that nigga wear the uniform. And same thing. Like, but he taking up a fucking roster spot at that point. Like, and I think a lot of that has like I think that's one of Jimmy's fucking deals. First and foremost, bro, like they didn't bring nobody on that team to help that nigga out whatsoever. They wouldn't have got Kyle Lowry.
and Terry Rozier.
Come on, bro. This
Well,
nigga Jimmy dropping 30. Everybody else on the team dropping 10 and 15, bro. Like, nah.
That's how I hear.
Man, ain't nobody. This nigga's still developing. Think about that. This nigga's still developing, bro. No, they need somebody else to help. Like, if you look at the good teams, all the good teams, and we about to end this soon, y'all. Apologies, but all the good teams got at least like a helpful person or at least another star on the team, right?
They
Like
got Bam Adebayo. He's an all-star.
what Bam average? 15 and 10?
Shit, it's a double-double.
But it's 15.
I don't know.
Like,
I have to look it up. I don't know. I don't know what he averaged.
Maybe 18. But nah, bro. Like, I feel like Bam, he's out of place. Like, if you go get a nigga to play center and let Bam play the 4, he's instantly a 20 and 10, 20 and 15 guy. Easily.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? His skill set is for the 4. Like, he deserves that. But nonetheless, I don't know. Maybe we should do that on Spaces next time.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
We could do a sports special.
Yeah. You know how I am. I'm you know what though? I'm getting to the point. All right, yeah, we're gonna end this out for real. I'm getting to the point like now where it's like when this group of like veteran guys that like are around my age, well, I don't know how many players I'm gonna know, bro. Like it's getting to that point where I'm not knowing like a lot of people on rosters now.
I be knowing none of them niggas, bro. Like, my team is Orlando, but I know like 4 niggas on that team.
Like it's getting there. Like the only dude I know coming out of college, and that's only because they talked about him on the Dan Laboratory show. Flag. That's it. That's all I know. I don't know nobody else.
Because I don't, bro. Like
I know more women though.
Me too.
Women game is thriving.
Yeah, because they actually playing ball though. But it was funny because they just had this discussion on Gilbert Arenas show. And they were saying like, is it better to play in college, or is it better to go overseas and just be pro and then, you know what I'm saying, like do a year or two pro and then come to the league?
Yeah.
And like they was making some interesting points about college. Like, don't get me wrong, as far as like the development of a player, but like my nigga, let them niggas go overseas and be pros, or let them niggas come into the G League and learn how to be pros for like 1 or 2 years. You could develop them there and send them niggas straight to the league, because it's like the shit that we getting now, bro. Like Zach Edey, they talked a lot about Zach Edey. Zach Edey's a dog, but like for the most part, nigga, I don't want to watch Zach Edey play basketball. I don't want to watch Victor Wembanyama play basketball. Like, who the fuck wants to see this big 7-foot ass nigga dribble and shoot and step back and not? No, let the guards do that. Nigga, get in the post. Niggas ain't dunking no more. Niggas is trying to shoot 3/4 court threes. Like, I get why the NBA is losing ratings, bro. This shit is boring.
Yeah.
Niggas don't play defense. Like, all this shit it be horrible, bro.
They running out of stars, man. The stars in the women's game, man. Shout out to Juju, man. Shit.
Yeah, that's Jordan
Juju
right there.
And motherfucking Malaysia for Wally, boy. I'm telling you.
Juju is Jordan, bro. Get ready. I called it last year. You got Magic and Bird already in there. Jordan coming.
Hey, I feel you. And I got Falasia Mo Wally. She first person that made me think of is Ivy Ladder. She's like the next Ivy Ladder. But in the men's game, if you said we got Magic and Bird, and then Juju's Jordan, Malaysia, she's Iverson, man. Tell you.
I like that. Is that the one that played for
South Carolina, man? Number 12.
The one that be doing all the handles
behind the back. Yeah.
She's nice.
For Wally, man. I'm telling you.
They showed a highlight of her on I follow this one basketball account on Instagram. They showed a highlight of her. She was coming up the court, and it was like about the double teamer, and she took that shit behind the back in between the both of. Oh my gosh!
Hey,
took that bitch to the rack. I was like, yeah, that's tough.
That's Iverson right there.
Yeah, that's tough.
All right,
I like where the game going for the women though. The women, hey, the ladies, start watching women's basketball. Start supporting y'all. It's time for y'all to start supporting because they doing their thing right now. This the perfect time to get in. You ain't got no team, go get you one.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Phoenix Mercury. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Hey, once Diana Taurasi go, I ain't got no favorite player. I gotta find me a new player, bro.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, she's always been my number one. I mean, but it's some girls in there, man.
You know who I do like though? Dejanay Carrington. She's scrappy as fuck, bro. She's scrappy as fuck, bro. And she played deep, like hard-nosed defense and shit. Like the last year when Caitlin Clark was playing, like she was shutting Caitlin Clark ass down. That first game, she was giving Caitlin Clark the blues, bro.
No, who was giving Caitlin Clark the blues was Johnson, but Raven Johnson was South Carolina, but she put the clamps on her, but she put the clamps on her, but so, I'm gonna tell you last thing though. I hope Paige Becker stay healthy, man. If she could only stay healthy,
me too.
That's her only thing, man. Cause
shout out to Paige Buckets, man. Shout out to Paige Buckets.
She just got what was it? 2,000 points, 3,000. No, I think she just got 4,000 points or some shit like that the other night. So yeah, shout out.
She's the definition of a walking bucket.
Oh yeah,
all around scorer. I like her game. So today, you know what I'm saying? We told you guys last week that if S.Dot went to go see Den of Thieves 2, that we were going to go ahead and cover that. And if you didn't, we were going to be showing love to the beautiful, the intelligent, the amazing, illustrious Zoe Saldana. You know what I'm saying? For the lack of better words. So S.Dot went to go see Den of Thieves 2. So that's what we're gonna be covering today, ladies and gentlemen. Den of Thieves 2, Den of Thieves Pantera, starring Oshea Jackson Jr. Did I say that right?
Yeah, Oshea Jackson Jr. Yeah.
Why did that feel wrong?
I don't know. But
It's
you said
weird
it
to
right.
think that Ice Cube's last name is Jackson. That's crazy to me. Uh, O'Shea Jackson Jr., Gerard Butler, and hold on real quick. IMDb time. What's her name? What's her name? I got to give her credit. Cause goodness gracious.
Yeah, it's not a lot of noticeables in here because they was overseas.
Yeah. Is that her? Evan Ahmad?
Yeah.
Hey man.
Hey, but you stupid.
Let me tell you something, bro. Some women just don't belong to be outside.
Yo.
They just don't, bro. Like it's a hazard for her to be outside. You know how many car wrecks and falls and fucking accidents she is gonna be responsible for, bro. That woman is she's stunning.
Yeah.
Like she is stunning, bro.
I seen her in something. What did I see her in? Let me see. I'm looking at IMDb. I know I seen her in something, but she was younger.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at the shit, and I don't know if I watched any of this. I don't know, but yeah, you are right. She is a fine individual.
So all right. Let's go ahead and kick this thing back to the beginning because a while back SDOT had asked me, have I ever seen Den of Thieves, the original movie? And I said no. And you know what I'm saying? He got on me. He was like, hey man, you gotta go watch that. You know what I'm saying? It's a great movie. You don't know what you're missing out on. And I'm like, I'm gonna check it out. And so I never did that until recently. until recently. He said he was going to see Den of Thieves too. So I'm like, all right, well, if you go do that, I check it out. So he hit me, told me, you know what I'm saying? I seen it, you know what I'm saying? A little discussion. And I watched the first one. I thought it was on Netflix for a long time. So I went to Netflix. It wasn't on Netflix. It was on Max. I had to go to Max to watch it. So I watch it. Very impressed, by the way. Very impressed. And then I'm like, all right, now that I've seen the first one, let me go hit up number 2. And hey, they did it again. They did it again. So where do we start, man? How do we start this thing off? We start with the first one.
Yeah, I guess we won't get too in depth because we spent 15 minutes talking about basketball.
Mhm.
But number one, I want to say that this is one of I'm talking about the first one. This is one of the best heist movies that I've seen. It's definitely up there. Like when I think about like heist movies, I think of this Den of Thieves movie. I think of The Italian Job. I think of Heat. I think of like those are the ones that I primarily think about when it comes to heist. And what I really loved about Den of Thieves was the twist that they put in it was so like unrecognizable. And this is what I mean by unrecognizable. Like a lot of the times you could put a twist in the movie, which we would get to the one in this one, which I kind of predicted it, not trying to, give myself props or anything, but like in this first one that came out in 18, like I did not see it coming. And the way that they set it up, you thinking that O'Shea Jackson Jr. is just he's just a guy in a movie. Like that's what you're thinking. They're setting it up. Like, man, he's working at this bar, and then he meet up with the guys, and then they got him, for the heist, they got him working at a fucking Chinese delivering company. He delivering food and shit.
Smart,
And
very
like,
smart, by the way.
yeah, you know what I mean? And then, he get ran up on by the cops and stuff. So now we thinking that, oh man, he about to be a snitch. You know what I'm saying? And like
Yeah.
they got you going all different directions with him.
Right.
And then it's like you got him, they catch him coming out of the walking down the street when he was coming out of the bank and everything, sweating and stuff because he trying to get away because he done get them women that old ass food. Yeah. She said, I'm not. She said, I'm not paying for this. She said, hey, that guy for the Chinese company still there. No, the part that got me though, because I thought they was about to get him. Because it's like, bro, we never seen you come in here.
Right.
And now you just walking out of here sweaty as hell. Like what the hell? So then he gets scooped up by the cops. They got him handcuffed to the SUV and everything. Big shootout occurs. They go back and this motherfucker gone. Nowhere to be seen. And then the next time, and so then basically, you know what I'm saying? I'm not calling him Big Nick. I'm sorry, my guy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm not calling another man big something. Like I'm not doing it. Unless it's like a big dude, like, and it's like Biggie or something. Like that's different. You know what I mean? Like you can call him Biggie Small, but I'm not just calling you Big Nick. Anyway, so Nick,
it sound crazy.
Yeah. So he had the at the bar he worked at, and then he got to looking around and he figured it out like, oh shit, like this dude was the whole mastermind of this whole fucking thing. And so then the next time we see him, my man somewhere in Europe, and now my dude got a British accent saying, yo, you work at the diamond exchange.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, this round's on me. You know what I'm saying? Well, the way he said it, I can't do the good British accent like you do. But like first of all, okay, we gotta have just a little small O'Shea Jr. talk real quick. Because we did last night. But like for this dude to be able to now obviously, and we can have that conversation again because I don't know how many people are really checking out the spaces or going to the YouTube, but like even though he got the nepotism thing, he wasn't given anything. Like he had to audition for the people that don't know, he had to audition for Straight Outta Compton to play his own dad like 15 times. Like he was not given that role by any means.
And don't forget too, it's not just the fact that he had to audition, but it was the fact that he wanted to audition.
Yeah. And so then you have that. Then he did go to USC for this. So it's not just a thing where he's just, yo, I'm just going to be an actor because my dad's an actor. He actually went to school for it. And he goes into his career. And it's like, I start watching this movie and I'm thinking like, all right, cool. Let me see how I do. This motherfucker's talking in French, bro. Not only is he speaking in French, like he speak a good bit of French in this movie. And then he would switch up and then talk with a British accent.
Yeah.
And it's like, he's talking in 2 languages in 3 different accents in one movie. Fire. I'm like, bro, like this dude might be a little bit more talented than we thought that he was.
Yeah.
Like I was generally impressed. I was impressed with that because that was the first thing that stood out to me was the fact that how he was able to talk in French, talk with a British accent, and then talk in his regular accent. Like, yo, I'm like, yo, this dude is something serious, man. For real, for real.
I wholly agree. As I was watching it, I had to, you know what I'm saying, kind of take my time and think like this is this um is this one of those things where we don't normally get the what am I trying like we don't normally get to see how talented some of the quote unquote like child, well, not necessarily child stars, he ain't a child star, but like some of the Nepo stars are. You know what I'm saying? Because like usually they just get thrust into certain roles and then it's like typecast type thing. But we talked about this on the spaces. If you look at his IMDb, right?
hmm
And you look at excuse me, you look at everything that he's pretty much uh been able to put together. Star Wars, we mentioned Cocaine Bear, um, Straight Outta Compton, and these had like a few other movies too.
Yeah, he did the Godzilla King of Monsters.
Right. It's one of those things where you start to see him not just for the fact that like, yo, this is Ice Cube's son and he got an opportunity and he's doing a great job with his opportunity, but you like, yo, this dude is like really talented. Like this dude is like really on it. And to see him be able to, like you said, like to see him be able to showcase all of these things in this movie, you can tell like he's one of those guys that's like he's taking this serious. This ain't just something that he's just doing because you know what I'm saying. You had mentioned they had asked him about why didn't he pursue rapping, and we talked about how it probably would have been a lot more difficult for him to follow in like that rapper lane than it is in the acting lane, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true. Now that I had to think about that a lot, and I don't know if that's true because not for nothing. Like, don't get me wrong, that's Ice Cube's son. Ice Cube is an icon in hip hop, a legend in music. But I I don't know if that really would have been true because you got to think about this. Not a lot of people can because he ain't had a long career. Like his career isn't like some you know what I'm saying like some span of 10, 15, 20 years.
Shoot, it's just now 10. Straight Outta Compton came out 2015.
That's what I'm saying. So like he ain't been doing shit that long. Like if you look at his filmography, right? You got let me see where they got him at. You got him on he did a uncredited role in Janky Promoters in 2009, right? He was a
hmm
DJ in that one. Then he busts out as Ice Cube playing his dad and Straight Outta Compton. Um and then he goes to do Ingrid Goes West. Uh, he does Den of Thieves. He does a movie called Long Shot. He does Godzilla. Just Mercy. He does some TV, and then he ends up in the Obi-Wan Kenobi Star Wars series. He does Cocaine Bear. Does some more TV for Apple Plus and Swagger, and then he basically now producing and acting in Den of Thieves too. In 10 years, that's a lot. That
Yeah.
is a lot. Like that's a lot of accomplishment. You know what I'm saying? So as I was thinking about that, I'm like, bro, it's not a lot of people that have parents in, you know what I'm saying, like Hollywood or music or anything that have pretty much like done what he's done. Like, think about this. Look at Johnny Depp's daughter. Like, look at the stuff she's doing. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like, she's doing well.
I think the fair comparison was the one that I brought up on the spaces. Like I think
Yeah,
you look at John David Washington and
yeah.
like what he's done in this short amount of time, even though I think some of his choices have been kind of questionable, but I think also he may be trying to take like just sort of like a different route when you think
Mm-hmm.
about like when you think about his dad, like something like The Creator. It's like I don't see Denzel Washington doing something sci-fi like that. So it
Yeah,
seems like
true.
he's doing something just a little bit different than
Right.
like what his dad would do. But I think that when we look at him, someone who tried to, he tried to create his own path by, playing running back. He played football for HBCU, then
Mm-hmm.
tried out for the practice. Well, he was either on the practice squad or tried out for I think it was the St. Louis Rams at the time, and he didn't make the squad. So he was like, all right, well, I got this acting in my back pocket, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to go around saying I don't want nobody to look at me as Denzel's son. Like I
Right.
want to be, John David Washington. And so I think that when we look at his career and how he popping, like you look at him and you look at Oshea Jackson, it's kind of like when you see the talent, it's like it's undeniable to be like they didn't get there because of their parents. Basically, is what
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to say. Because some people, it's kind of like, all right, you got there because of your parents, but some people, they actually, are good. And I'm gonna tell you somebody else who good, and I didn't know until I started watching The Boys. You do the main character,
Yeah, he
uh,
plays.
I forget what his name
Is it?
is.
It ain't
He's the
Henry.
one who don't have no
Is it
powers.
Harry?
I forget what his name is, but
Huey.
Huey, yes, Huey.
Yeah,
You
Huey.
know who
Yeah.
his parents are, right?
You told me not too long ago. Damn.
Dennis Quaid and Meg
Dennis. Yep.
Ryan.
Yeah.
So both parents.
But nope. But you didn't even know.
Yeah, at first I didn't know.
Yeah.
And then the more I looked at him, and then like I saw on the credits, I saw Quaid. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
wait a minute. I was like, Quaid. I said, I only know two other Quaids.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Randy and Dennis. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
And then I look them up, and then I come to find out what? His mom is Meg Ryan? Like,
Yo, I never in a million years thought that she had a kid.
I had no idea, bro.
Never in a million years. Bro, after I'm not a fan of Meg Ryan. Like I don't watch a lot of Meg Ryan movies. I recognize her greatness, but I don't really like watch a lot of her movies. But the one thing that I know about Meg Ryan is that they did a joke on either Mad TV or Saturday Night Live, and they did the Sleepless in Seattle spoof, where like she was squinting the whole time. Bro, that's how I remember Meg Ryan. So that you talk about funny, that shit was hilarious. But yeah, so like seeing her with a kid or knowing that she had a kid is crazy.
Yo, that's hilarious. The only I've seen maybe like three or four Meg Ryan movies, but the only one that stand out, and this one of my guilty pleasure movies that I probably would have been scared to say on the pod years ago. But yo, she did this one movie with what's his name? Adrian Brody. No, that's the other Brody. But anyway, a movie called In the Land of Women. I don't know why, but I fucks with that movie.
Never
And
heard of it.
she's in that movie.
Okay.
Kristen Stewart's in it. Young Kristen Stewart. This is like before
They
she
just
did
got all the people who make bad faces. They just put them all in one big ass movie. That's hilarious.
Hey, boy, you stupid. But but anyway, we went down the whole nepotism thing. But I think Oshea, man, I think Oshea Jackson, man, he has a extremely bright future.
Absolutely.
And I think that it has absolutely nothing to do with his dad.
Right.
I think that he's just talented. And sometimes this shit is passed down. That's just like when you look at the NBA, we at that age now where we seen dads play, and now we seeing the sons play.
Right.
And like that's what's is going on in the movie lane as well, where we saw a lot of their parents act and now we're seeing them act. And like sometimes talent is undeniable. Like it's just sometimes people just got it. O'Shea Jackson Jr. he got it, bro. Like to be able to pull off this movie the way that he did. I know Gerard Butler. They're both really like the draws to this movie, and Gerard Butler you know what I'm saying. He got an extremely great career as well.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying. So this is no slight to him, but at the same time, Gerard Butler's kind of Gerard Butler and everything.
And that's why I said, bro, we gotta find somebody to take his spot, bro, because he's just taking roles at this point, bro. He's taking roles at this point, like, bro.
I think he needed this.
I don't think so.
I don't know, bro, because the last few movies he done had, man, them things was kind of.
I'm sure they have, but he's at that stage in his career where you're supposed to start having those movies, bro. If you're gonna keep doing this, you're supposed to have those movies. You need a few of those movies under your belt, because if you think about his career, bro, his career is extraordinary.
Oh yeah,
like 300. That's a classic. Yeah. The shit that he did in 300, bro, is all time.
Man, the shit he did in Law Abiding Citizen, man.
Law Abiding Citizen, bro.
No, but Bounty Hunter was my shit.
Yeah, you took it out of my mouth. I was about to say that. The joint he did with Jennifer Aniston, bro. This is why I say he's taking roles from these people, bro, because it's like, what can't he do? Bro, for him to be in a comedy and for him to be the funny person in the like, come on, bro. He killed Bounty Hunter, bro.
Yeah,
that was a great movie. That was a very good movie, man. But I mean, he did the same thing here, bro. Like,
yo, he got 2 series, bro. I forgot. The London is Fallen. Angel Has Fallen, and what was the original? Olympus Has Fallen.
Olympus Has Fallen. Yup. That's the one with. That's not with Jamie Foxx, is it?
No, that's the other one. That's the one with that was the one with Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum, yeah. Unbelievable. They gotta stop trying to sell Channing Tatum as an action hero. He's not, bro. He's not. I understand he like real in shape and shit like that, but he just don't got the chops for an action hero. You can't take him serious, bro.
Yes.
No, but Gerard Butler, bro, like, yeah, he really, especially from the first one to this one, like for him to be able to, in the first one, kind of sell you the fact that he's this like dirty cop who not even really a dirty cop. I take that back.
He's not dirty.
He's not a dirty cop. He's more just like a loose gun.
Yeah.
Like they do whatever it takes to get, you know what I'm saying, like to get the results. And I think that he did a great job selling that, because it wasn't like when you seen him play that role, it wasn't like they got Gerard Butler to do this. It wasn't that. It was like, oh shit, they got Gerard Butler to do this. You know what I'm saying? And then when you move to Den of Thieves Pantera, and you see, you know what I'm saying, how he plays that one, it's like, oh, okay, so he out for vengeance. He on the, you know what I'm saying, like he's still trying to make this thing happen. Like he's still trying to figure this shit out, which I understand though. I understood his character 100%, bro. Because how the fuck do y'all break into the Fed? Y'all do a heist and nothing is missing?
Yeah, that is hilarious, bro. That's why I say this gotta be like the best fucking heist of all time.
Because it's like, as some, especially if you know, like, you know the dude's doing this too. Like, you know everything about this. You just got to catch him in the act. And you got him fair and square. You done ran down on him, all that. And then finally, when everything happened, bro, all you pulling out is trash. I know he was like, hey, man, there ain't no way. Ain't no way. Because where is the money? Somebody got this money, bro. They stole something out of there. Because why else would you break into the Fed? Not just to get in and get out. That's crazy.
But this the part though, the ones who found out that it was trash, it was his crew.
Mm-hmm.
But see, he had a whole nother crew, and that's why you had 2 of the same dump trucks. So he put the real money, in one dump truck and had the other dump truck go to the landfill. And they was the one that found out that they got paper.
I'm gonna tell you how I caught on. I caught on when they go to the intersection, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's the dude that got the money in his dump truck and the other dude in the other dump truck.
Yep.
And he like tip his hat or something, but he looked nervous as shit. I'm like, okay, he got the money. Da-da-da. He, you know what I'm saying? So when they finally met up and the other dude hopped out the car, I was like, oh shit, like they don't got the money. I was saying that the whole time, like, bro, they don't have the money. Like, I don't even think they know they don't got the money. And come to find out, they didn't even know. They pulled Donnie in the truck. They start whooping Donnie's ass. Well, another thing, hey, he is the heist man of the century. You took a whole ass whooping in that back seat.
Yep.
When you could have lit them all up for real. Because this is what we find out in the next one. This nigga Donnie is really like, the nigga he's different. And don't forget, he's a Marine too. He was only in there for a year and a half, but he's a Marine.
You sure? Because you remember that whole scene
positive.
when they were sitting at the table and he had the gun on him and he snatched the gun from him. Was like, Donnie, you're not no killer. I am.
No. He's not a killer. Remember in the first one when they was talking about all of them, right? And they was saying, yo, they got people in there, but if you look, I mean, no, not the bank robbery part, the initial robbery when they went to go get the armored truck.
Yeah.
When they went after the first armored truck in the beginning. And he was like, they intentionally was shooting at the officers. They wasn't shooting the people. They was like, yeah, he was like, because they military, they don't shoot civilians. But remember, he had the Marine tattoo on his arm.
I don't remember. I was trying to think.
And then, Nick had read his profile to him. Remember when he first talked to him, when they first had him in the thing? He was like, yeah, you was a Marine for a year and a half. You got dishonorable discharge.
Yeah. He probably didn't. Like I said, but he probably never got into action though. You could be a Marine and never been to war.
What it take just to be a Marine, my nigga.
Well, yeah, I'm not shorting that. I'm not shorting that.
Army knife.
Yeah,
he could have really fucked him up. So the fact that he went through it all that, then on top of that was like, nigga, let me get out these stuff. These niggas bullshitting. Let me go get my money. Yo, brilliant. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what I really liked about this too, because we all know I'm a sucker for twists and turns. But the fact that you find out like he's behind this whole thing, he's the mastermind behind all of this shit. Like that really throws you for a loop. So when you finally get to see him in action in Pantera, you like, oh, like this nigga really is like that. You know what I'm saying? Like he doing the planning, he doing the, and we kind of seen some of that at the end of the first one, but this one we really get to see him like doing the planning, putting it, getting the people to put the team together. You know what I'm saying? Going after all of these different, you know what I'm saying? Like things like this time he ain't going after no money, he going after diamonds.
Yep.
Like, yeah, that's
and it was two and it was two heists. So they took the one diamonds out the plane, which come to find out stole that shit from the fucking mafia. They're like, fuck that, give us something back. You know what I'm saying, that we really want it. And so you had to give them that pink diamond back or whatever. But I like the scene where they got the whole team together and they asking like, who is this? Why is he here? And he's like this is my shit, basically.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, and he was like, yo, if you got a problem with it, you can leave right now.
Absolutely.
And the one thing, yeah, he did. But this is the thing. I knew they were going to be an issue because, first of all, how can you trust someone who is in crime, right? So you sit there, you tell them the plan, and then they say, you know what, I'm out. What make you think they're not gonna come back and try to get you when y'all are trying to do the escape?
Man, you not even.
They gotta die, man. I'm sorry, they gotta die.
You right. You got to kill that motherfucker. But I'm gonna be honest with you. You not even worried about nobody like that. So the shit that you gotta do is your focus. Cause them niggas had that shit down to a science, bro. The fact that they had everything timed out. They waiting for the cameras to switch, and they can only move when the camera switch. I don't give a fuck about what's that nigga named Marco. Fuck dude. I'll worry about that nigga when we get there. We gotta get this shit first. To break into the fucking World Diamond Exchange or Diamond World Exchange, whatever this place was called. And to be able to do everything that they did, like the fact that they was able to stop the heat sensors, the fact that they was able to find ways to, you know what I'm saying, manipulate the cameras and like do all of these different things. Even the fact that the way that they broke into the safe, like that shit, bro, it broke my heart at the end, bro. It broke my heart at the end. When the cops came.
Yeah. But okay, before we get there though, hold on. Before we get there. So the whole promotion of this movie was the cop turns gangster. You know what I mean? All this type shit. And so I'm like, okay, all right. So I'm watching the movie, and there was a slight second where I really thought Nick was gonna go to the other side. That slight second was when he was just like, and when nobody was even around him. I think he was talking to himself at the time. He was like, I'm tired of being broke.
Yeah.
That was that slight second. I was like, you know what? Nick might go to the other side.
Yeah.
But then once he met with Donnie, broke into his house and told me I want to meet the crew, they immediately knew he was a cop. So they're like, you know what?
Remember they said they was all ex-cops.
Yeah. And they was like, well, we need a cop to get in through security anyway. So they was like, and they was trying to get cops on the payroll, but none of them wouldn't take the job. So they was like, all right, so we're gonna bring you in. And I thought that the whole conversation that they had after the whole Marco fight and shit, where Donnie, told a story about walking to school and how he even got into this, and Nick had ended up having a story of like why he became a cop because his dad got shot in the leg during a robbery and all this type shit. That was probably the slight second where I thought that he was going to go rogue, but I had a feeling.
I thought that's when they connected, and it was like, he in there now.
But I also think that anytime you look at movies, undercover, like even when you think of like In Too Deep, like there is a moment where there is like a personal connection that you have with someone. Like he had, like Jay Reed had those moments with God where he was like, you know what I'm saying, like, I fuck with this dude, like, you know what I'm saying, I could relate to him, whatever, and I thought that was a relatable moment. But then it's always like, even watching the movie, that thought that stayed in the back of my head was he got over on Nick big time. Like he really got over on him. And I'm like, I don't know if he's just gonna just drop all of that and become a criminal. Like I just didn't think. And then what really made me get confirmation where I knew he wasn't gonna go rogue was when he saw that cop at the not the hospital, but at the church. No, when he saw the cop at the church with his kids, and then he saw that he was going through the same shit he was, custody and all this type shit. And that cop said, beware of your new friends. I was like, Nick ain't going rogue. Like at that moment, I was like, I know he's not going rogue. I thought he was going to.
I ain't gonna lie, that had me fooled. I thought he was in it.
No. I mean, look, but my thought was, I don't think Nick is going rogue. I thought he was going to mess it up at during the job. I didn't know he was going to let the job be complete.
Right.
I was thinking, oh man, he gonna fuck up the job. this, that, and all this type of stuff to kind of get them caught in the act. That's what I thought was going to end up happening.
Right.
But then that thing broke, and then Nick got to, find his way out and all this type shit. And then they pick him up, because I'm thinking like, yo, like they saved each other's lives multiple times, the whole big shootout on the road and all that.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, man, to be sitting there. And another thing for me was just watching his temperament, like at that table. I was like, everybody's happy.
He started kind of telling this. Yeah, he started
telling
them this stuff. Yeah,
cause even Donnie's like, man, man, be happy, man. I'm saying, we did this shit. He was just kind of like,
that's dope that you caught that, because I looked at that as, what I'm saying, like the job was done. He looking at it like, damn, I can't believe I just did this. You know what I'm saying? Like he having an internal struggle with himself. Like, man, is this my life now? Like, am I leaving everything behind that I worked for and built? And he kind of was already like that, because they was calling him the gangster cop and stuff like that. So like now he's like this fucking international jewel thief now. Like, I just looked at it as like he was kind of uneasy with his decision. But once I seen them come in that fucking little Fourier thing, bro, or whatever that thing is called, and everybody looking around like, what the fuck? I was like, nah, Nick, I can't believe you did them like that, bro. Then, bro, I'm gonna tell you what really pissed me off. This nigga had a chance. What's her name in the movie? With Cleopatra or Giovanna or whatever her name was. He had a chance with her, bro. He had her.
She did fuck with
She
him.
told him, don't fuck me over, bro.
Yep.
And look what you go and do.
Fuck them over. But I think that what ended up happening was I know I referenced it already, but like it was in too deep. Like he got to a point where he pulled a gun on his own, person that he's been going to see on these little checks that they would do. Like he pulled a gun on Pam Grier, bro. Like he was really
for that.
Yeah, like
you don't put no gun on Pam Grier.
Exactly, man. I mean, you lucky you're a legend.
Yeah, the fact that they even wrote that in the movie is crazy.
Yeah, but it's like he got. I think that he really like. I think the reason why he couldn't rejoice was because like I know I don't supposed to like Donnie, but he got over on me. But he's a cool dude, man. Like
like that, and that's what I'm saying. Like I don't know, bro. Like throughout this whole thing, it just felt like, bro, they was just really building like this solid ass bond. Like first and foremost, they the only two from America in the group. You know what I'm saying? Then they the only two from they from their area. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a million in one shot. So it's like, yo, I'm bringing you in, I'm helping you out. You know what I'm saying? I know you going through something, because it's obvious you going through something. Like, bro, like, damn, and then you turn around and do us like this. That was tough.
Because I'm telling you, it seemed like the movie started off, which we kind of which I like how they did insert the first one with the wife divorcing him, because she left the house with the kids in the first one, so she divorced him.
By the way, is
Yo, no, what's crazy is what he gets, bro. Birthdays and Christmas, that's it?
Yeah.
That is insane.
All because he sent her a bad text.
Yo, that's crazy.
She overreacted like a motherfucker. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I mean, she did, even though he did probably smell like the women from the night before, because he did come from that hotel room.
Case?
This is true. He could have been like, yo, I was undercover. You know what I'm saying?
That's
I was in the whole house.
I'm undercover. Yeah, I smell like strippers. Bitch, I was in a strip club all night, chasing the fucking joint. You know what I'm saying? Here I am trying to save the fucking world from these goddamn stripper bitches who out here trying to rob banks, trying to recreate Set It Off, and you getting mad at me because I sent this bitch a text? Yeah, it's a tale. I'm on her. I'm this close to solving this motherfucker, and I come home. And here you go. You want to leave and take the kids. Now I can't see my kids because I sent you a bad text? Fuck. It's always some stupid shit, bro.
Yeah, it is. And the reason I said it is because like we didn't see anybody from his old crew.
Right.
So obviously it's like, and then like I said, Nick was basically fired. So it's like
I'm about to say he got fired, but he ended up getting like
with
marshaled
the
though,
U.S.
like
Marshals,
court
yeah.
martial. Yeah.
And like my thing is like Nick ain't really got no friends, and it kind of seemed like
Nick
him
ain't
and
never had
Donnie.
friends.
Well, I mean, his crew, his
Them wasn't
friends
his
by
friends.
default.
Yeah, I'm about to say them wasn't his real friends, bro. Because if
But
there's his real friends, like on some real shit, if there's his real friends, like when he got served in the first one, when
yeah,
they was in the garage and going to their cars and shit, and he got served, they wouldn't have did him like that. Like they just got in their cars like shit that just didn't happen. Hey man, if you see me get served, my nigga, console me. Yo, you all right, bro? You straight? Like that's some shit we need to, you know what I'm saying? Like we need to come together and have a little discussion about. You don't just
facts,
like dip out. That's fucked up.
facts. But but yeah, man, like I really felt like him and Donnie kind of, riding down the street on the fucking scooters and shit. You know what I mean? It was just, it seemed like they really got a butt. And then old girl, like, I mean, it was quick. You know what I'm saying? They had the little dance floor moment.
Oh
Then
man.
they had the moment where she was, you know what I'm saying, getting this tie together and all that. And it's like, yo, like this girl, like she feeling you. So you
Sure.
got you building this friendship with Donnie. Then you got this
Then
fine
you
ass woman
upgrade.
over here
You upgrading.
upgrading way better than your wife.
Huge upgrade.
And now you got to turn him in, like. But he did tell that cop, he was like, how did it feel? He's like the crazy part, man, that shit feel good, like to the point where it's kind of like, dude, I've always thought, like, even like, I mean, look, there's other movies, but like my brain ain't working right now. But like In Too Deep, like it seems like if I was single, no kids, like it seemed like undercover. It's dangerous. Don't get me wrong. It's super dangerous. But it's like to be something that you're not really, you know what I'm saying, and like be undercover and do like some, you know what I'm saying, some wild, either some heist shit or selling some
And you
drugs or
can't
something
go
like
to
that.
jail for it.
And you can't.
That's lit. I ain't gonna lie. That's lit. I ain't gonna lie. That's a great. That's awesome. I'm not gonna lie to you. That might be one of the best occupations ever. To know that I can go and do some fucked up crime shit, and I could come back to the precinct just to give them information, and not go to jail for that.
And not go to jail.
I'm with it. Let's go.
I'm telling you, man. That's
You
one of
know
them
how much,
jobs.
you know how many banks I be robbing, bro, and keeping the money with, and then like getting these niggas locked up. Yeah, I know where all these niggas at. Come on, let's go get them. This is nothing. Yeah, but they took 400,000. We only recovered 300,000. Yeah, I think they split it. I never got my cut. I'll be lying and all kind of shit, bro.
Nah, you just tell them right off the rip, man. Yeah, man, we got away with 300,000, man.
Yeah, you got to. Definitely got to.
But yeah, man, it's oh man, that scene, man, it was rough. And then the drive-by, and they looked at him. I thought he was gonna hide for a minute because he didn't want to go down there.
I thought he was just gonna get in the back and just, you know what I'm saying, kind of lay low.
But he let him see him. And then we get the whole thing. He goes and he see Donnie. But he said something to him. And I thought that he was trying to tell him something to kind of like get him out, because it kind of felt like
he told him, he said sit in the back on the left.
That's right. And so that's when the original guy that he stole the fucking pink diamond from. So they checked him. They ran up on Danny. They run up on Donnie and Nick. Take the motherfuckers out to the middle of the damn ocean and shit. Say, yo, you took something from me. We want it back. Leave them in the middle of the ocean. They got to swim back. And so now he got to think of, we got to do this heist and we got to find this fucking diamond and give them their diamond back. So they get caught up in some shit, basically about to die. And then them people bail them out, give them the diamond back. So then Donnie goes to jail. And then, like you said, they come, They break him out, and then they take him to the original guy. And I think that the reason why they hired him was like, yo, two reasons. Number one, you stole something from me that nobody never would have been able to steal from me.
Right.
Then you give it back, no issues. Like, and then, not only that, they hit it in one of the most secure areas in the fucking world and got it back and then gave it back with no problem. They're like, yo, we need you to work for us, man.
Yeah, need you, nigga. Yes. Yeah. You don't need to go on Indeed for this one, brother. You are hired. You don't even have to fill out a resume. What? You mean to tell me this nigga broke into not only the Federal Reserve Bank in America, stole money without a trace. Nobody even knowing that this nigga stole money. Did that, got that off. Then
the plane
on top of that,
heist
went overseas and broke into the Diamond Exchange Center.
See, you're skipping the what they call them things? The shipyard. They stole the shit from a shipyard.
Fuck that shipyard. That's rice and peas compared to what the fuck these niggas did.
Yeah, but that was hard though. It still was hard.
No, it was though. To be able to coordinate that shit the way that they did was fire. But nigga, to me, the Diamond Exchange, that's the best heist that they ever pulled off.
Oh yeah.
Because in order to do that, they had to literally understand and learn the cycles of the fucking CCTV cameras. They had to break in through the roof. They said it's one way in, one way out. So they had to break in through the roof. Not only did they have to do that, they had to do all of that without going undetected. And all they had was maybe 2 or 3 hours to do it. Come on, bro. And then I'm gonna also tell you this. So this is where I thought that shit was gonna get a little different. For a slight second, I let my imagination run with me.
Okay.
So the concierge of the Diamond Exchange, right? Mm-hmm. Remember, he left and went to the bar with the one lady to watch the game.
Yep.
So while he's there or whatever, he left early. They done broke in, they done emptied all this shit out, and they looking for the diamond. As this nigga is leaving, I'm thinking to myself, oh shit, this nigga worked for dude, he got the diamond.
Yeah, for a minute when he kept going through that floor and he couldn't find it.
Bruh, for that slight second, I'm like, bruh, that nigga has the diamond. Only for this nigga to find it, I'm like, oh shit, man. I'm like, damn, bro. I thought this nigga was in on it, but he wasn't in on it. But when I tell you though, you talking about a I'm fucked moment of the century of a lifetime of history is when that nigga walked into that vault, bro, and seen all that shit on the floor. Oh.
Like your heart just sinks into your stomach, bro.
Bruh, like, nigga, that shit sink into your ass. That fucking go past your stomach, bro. That shit sink to your feet, brother. Bro, this is the World Diamond Exchange, bro. Like, this is people from around the world, billionaires, trillionaires, corporations, all this. They all holding this shit. Countries, they all holding this. Royalty, all this. Bro, and you have to explain that not only did they break in, but they break in when you were gone. The security losing their job, you losing your job. The niggas that live around that motherfucker, they getting evicted. Like, bro, everything in that vicinity is getting turned over, bro. It's over with. And the only reason that these niggas got found out was because of a fucking bar falling.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
But that security is tight, but to just look at the street, yo, they don't supposed to be there, like
at all.
Like, nah, go to the roof.
One of the best moments to me in the movie was when they left and they went to the underground garage to get away when they was doing the escape. And they got into the underground garage and they stripped
Yeah,
the
that
car
new
of
type paint that
yeah,
they do.
hey man. That was cold. That was cold as fuck. I like that. I was like, that was fire. That was fire. I did enjoy that part, man. But so basically it might be a number 3. You know what I'm saying? We might be getting a third than the Thieves, which I'm not mad at. I'm not mad at it all.
I'm not either, but I think that then Gerard Butler's out.
He can't be. I don't think.
So
I don't think. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So do you think this is going to be? I know you're going to hate this comparison, but I got to get you started.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think this is going to be a Brian O'Connor Dominic Toretto thing?
Fuck no. It better not be.
Well, look, obviously he had to have talked to the mafia guy, because why did he say
they work for him now? They got to.
So do you think that, because that's what I'm saying, because this is the thing, remember, so Brian in the first, you didn't really watch him like that, so in the first one he's on the
all
cover
the way up until like 5.
Okay, so he's on the cover, right? Gave Dominic Toretto the keys,
right?
So the second one come out, this motherfucker get his old friend Roman. He's with the FBI now,
right?
See, he was with just like LAPD or some shit. Now he with FBI, and then they do what they do or whatever. Then you come back with the fourth one, he's still FBI, because that's when they thought what's her name was dead, Michelle Rodriguez, and she was working undercover for him, Letty. Then you get to the fifth one, he just like, he ain't a cop no more. Like, he's just like,
well, shit, they done enough shit for him not to be a cop or FBI agent, nigga. If you are working on, if you are an undercover FBI agent, you really can do whatever the fuck you want to do at this point. You got jurisdiction everywhere in the country. You can do all the fuck shit you want to, all under the guise of I'm undercover. At this point, once you get done with that shit, bro, you don't want to be a fucking FBI agent anymore.
Well, the reason I think what he really had to stop being the agent was when Dominic Toretto finally turned himself in, and then he got all that time, and then they broke him out. I think that's when he was like, "Yo, I'm at the point of no return at this point." So that's when he really stopped being a cop. But what I'm saying is, well, I think if he does, now that I think about it, him coming back now, I just think that he's just a rogue, not rogue, but on the payroll U.S. Marshals agent.
I mean, at this point, that shit don't even matter because this nigga is in France.
Well,
that shit can only get you so far.
True, but I just wonder, like, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see how they come up with this with the story.
Unless they do it to where he's a U.S. Marshal and they find a way to make Donnie, like, bring Donnie into it to where Donnie gets initiated and also becomes a U.S. Marshal, and the whole plan is to pretty much like bring down the mafia dude. I can see that happening.
True. That's another way. That's another way.
And when they do all that, like they find a way to like steal his money, I can see that happen.
Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't think about it that way. Yo, man, we be giving these motherfuckers all the great movie ideas, man.
Always, bro. Eventually, they're gonna have to pay us
at some point, man.
Because I mean, it's on wax. So if it do happen,
yeah, we could be like, yo, here first. What's the date? It's January the 28th, bro. 2025. We said this shit. So when this movie come out in 2027, like, hey,
we got said all this shit archived.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Pay us.
Yes, sir.
Let's go ahead and get into Fire Flames, man.
Man, let's do it.
All right.
Yoga fire. Yoga flame.
All right, so what you got?
All right. So look, man. I fucks with this movie. even though I really I don't know what I seen that girl in, but I seen her in something. I seen her in something. I can't remember which one it was. But obviously Gerard Butler, Oshea Jackson Jr. So and the other people they did good. I mean, even though I didn't know who they were, you know what I'm saying? Everybody did a good job. Personally, I like the first one a slight bit better.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna give this a 4.
Okay.
Because I still enjoyed it. Only one watch, you know what I'm saying? Went to the movies, seen it. Got lucky. I thought it was just gonna be me and this one white guy. He was like, look like we got the theater to ourselves. So look that way. And then like 4 other people walked in. So we was the only ones in there. Like, so that was
nice.
good.
That's nice. That means you got some good ass seats then.
Oh yeah. Good. But
speaking of, when you go to the movie, where do you sit?
Okay, this is the thing. What I usually do, I usually sit probably like maybe like 5 rows from the back, straight in the middle. But this time, I got the very last row, center, right in the center. That's why I sat to watch this one.
I used to do that. When I used to go to the movies, I used to sit all the way at the top row or all the way in the back row in the center until American Gangster came out, high school. And we had to sit in the middle seats, like dead center of the like theater. Bro, I will never sit anywhere else if I can. Like if it's a choice, I will never sit anywhere else in the movie theater ever again. That is the best seat to sit in a movie theater.
Okay.
I mean, it's everything you need in that one area. Like if you can get like somewhere in those center seats in the middle, like I say the middle 3 rows, anywhere in that area, you winning every time. You win every time. You can't lose.
Yeah, I feel you. I like that seat too.
Yeah. But I'm going to what did you say you gave it?
I gave it a 4.
4. Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you. I'm gonna give the first one 4.5.
Yeah, that's like one man. I get the first one a 4.5.
First one is almost a 5. It's missing a few elements, but it's almost a 5. This one, only because it's really just those two. I'm gonna give it a 4. It was a great movie. The story is amazing. The cast is good. The cast is very good. I would have liked to seen a little bit more from other people though. It was just it's really centered around those two. Like it's really focused on those two, and not so much. You know what I'm saying? Like the extra. Well, she got her shine in it too, but it ain't really focused like so much on anybody else. It's just them two and they dynamic. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a 4 though.
Okay, same page.
Let's get into the coming soon.
Let's do it.
Coming soon to own on video and DVD.
All right, man. Next episode. That's right. You got it, man. We are giving you first and foremost the amazing, brilliant, illustrious, talented, the effervescent. I need some more great big words. You know what I'm saying? To explain this woman, man. Zoe Saldana. Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, we talked about her in Lioness seasons 1 and 2. We talked about how she stole the show, how really she just really showed you what that experience is and how to put it to work. You know what I'm saying? After her years and years and years of acting, she really went out there and really put on the showcase, a masterclass. And we are going to go ahead and give her flowers and let you guys know how amazing she really is. So join us for that discussion on the next episode. And help us celebrate this remarkable woman. If you enjoyed this episode, if you didn't enjoy this episode, if you too want to know how to get a paint job like Donnie had on that car, hit us up and let us know. You can find us on the socials that we mentioned beforehand earlier in the episode, or you can hit us up personally. You can find me on X at Scoots Bronson. I have a link tree in my bio. You can also follow me everywhere else there.
And y'all can find me at s.foster8 on Instagram, TikTok, and on X. Follow the podcast 28 minutes or less. So on all major platforms, you can find it. Let me see. I'm episode, I think it's 165. Still Mr. Brooks. I'm cooking up something in the lab now, so be on the lookout for something new very soon. That's all I got.
Fire, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. As always, your support is greatly appreciated. Without you, there could be no us. And until the next episode, like they say in Hollywood, that's a wrap.
Cut.